In today's video, we're going to take the newly released Lenovo Tab P11 and we're going to compare that to the Galaxy Tab A7. Now before we get started, I want to mention that price on these are about $229 to $329. For the Tab P11, you get 128 gigabytes of storage, and then you get the option of 4 or 6 gigabytes of RAM. The Galaxy Tab A7 is about the same price. It ranges from $229 to $279, and you get 32 gigabytes of storage or 64 gigabytes and 3 gigabytes of RAM. I'll leave a link in the description of the video with current pricing and more information, but let's go ahead and get started. Now when comparing the battery on these two, they're roughly the same battery life in my testing. You get slightly longer battery life with the Galaxy Tab A7 at 7.5 hours and 7 hours on the Tab P11. But keep in mind, that's just during my testing, so there's going to be a lot of variables depending on how you use your tablet. So if you take the screen brightness down to about 50%, you're probably going to get 14-15 hours on these. So yeah, that's really good compared to other tablets I've tested. Now when it comes to speakers, both of these have speakers located on the left and right sides of the tablet and actually sound really good for tablets in this price range. The Galaxy Tab A7 speakers are just a little bit louder than the P11, but really I like how both of them sound. It's hard to demonstrate what they sound like in person, but here's a quick sample of each. Now one thing I will mention is you do get a headphone jack with the Galaxy Tab A7. You don't get one with the Tab P11. As far as the screen goes, you get an 11-inch screen on the Tab P11 and then 10.4-inch on the Galaxy Tab A7. Resolution on both of these are 2000 by 1200 pixels, and screen brightness is relatively similar on both of these. I feel this category is so close that most people are going to be happy with either tablet that you choose. Now, probably the weakest feature on these tablets is definitely going to be the cameras. You get a 13 megapixel and 8 megapixel camera on the Lenovo tablet, and an 8 megapixel and 5 megapixel on the Galaxy Tab A7. Full HD video recording on both those, so that's good to see. And you are going to get a little better camera quality on the P11 when taking photos, but again, they're pretty bad compared to what you're going to get from your cell phone. Here's a few samples just to give you an idea of what I would consider best case scenario. I feel like both of these tablets have just enough power for what I would consider entry-level gaming. You get the lowest graphics settings and medium frame rates on both tablets when playing games like PUBG Mobile, and I feel both are acceptable for light gaming and both performed pretty good in my testing without any glitches or overheating issues. Now on these tablets in this video, you get 4 GB of RAM on the Lenovo and 3 GB on the Samsung. But you can also get a 6 GB version with 128 GB of storage for the Tab P11. That's a little more expensive, and both tablets are using the Snapdragon 662 processor and appear to have almost identical benchmark scores. So yeah, it's sort of a toss-up when it comes to performance. Again, these are considered entry-level tablets by each company, so I wouldn't expect super high performance, but I feel like for the price, they both do a pretty decent job. Now currently, as of this video, both tablets are on Android 10, but somehow Lenovo is already behind on security patches at December 2020 versus March 2021 on the Galaxy Tab A7. And then you've got Samsung, who actually came out and gave you a list of how long you're going to get updates. I think this one might be included in the 4-year update cycle, where I haven't really heard anything from Lenovo on how long you're going to get updates for the Tab P11. The Tab P11 is a little bit closer to stock Android when it comes to software, but I actually like the software on the Tab A7 as well. It's definitely better than what Samsung used to do years ago. Plus with the Tab P11, you get productivity mode, which is sort of like their version of Samsung DeX. You might get that on the Galaxy Tab A7 later in a software update, but I feel like that's wishful thinking. And I feel like it's going to come down to personal preference on which one has the better software. But if you're wanting more software updates for probably more years, then yeah, you probably want to go with Samsung. Now the last thing I will mention in this video is the Tab P11 looks like it's made for a keyboard, one that's officially from Lenovo, but my question is, where can you buy this keyboard? I still don't understand on the Tab P11 Pro, they actually have a bundle with the keyboard included, but you can't buy the keyboard separately on their website, at least in the United States. Now there's no official keyboard for the Galaxy Tab A7 either, but there's a ton of aftermarket cases and keyboard cases if you're looking for those. So yeah, the Galaxy Tab A7 is definitely going to have the advantage when it comes to finding accessories and just what's available right now as of this video. So hopefully this video gave you a little bit closer look at comparing these two tablets. Let me know if there's another tablet that you want me to compare to the Tab P11, because I'll definitely be doing at least one more comparison. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.